everybody, Joseph Rothschild here, aka MBT, back with another one of these. Good luck, Dyer. Today, we are looking at a very specific subsection of cards. In the past, we've done cards that we thought were weak but ended up strong, cards that we thought would be strong and ended up weak. Today, we are doing cards that, despite their weakness or their lack of playability, command an enormous price tag. These are the cards that the Jeff Bezoses of the world purchase to line the walls of their bathroom. So, I'm going to begin with Skill Drain. This is a continuous trap card, has been very powerful in the past, but right now matches up very poorly against the Adventure Engine, whose searchable continuous spell card allows them to search an equip card that bounces face-up cards, and as a result, it is seeing absolutely zero meta play. But if you head over to TCG Player, you will find this card commands a $30 price point at common. Why? I don't know. This requires going back in time, but Dragon Maid Kitchen at its peak was as expensive as Borreload's Savage Dragon and was key in a rogue at best deck. I mean, we can all just be honest why this card was expensive, right? I'll combine several entries and say half the fucking Madolche lineup has been victim of this. Madolche, I think, has been tiered one time in the course of its history, and still, to this day, Tiramisu is a $10 card. Salon is 20, Chocolate a la mode for a long time was 40, and Jelly was 40 for years, and Tiramisu persists even today. Shouts out to these two Fright for cards that never see play and one that always shoots up in price when the deck sniffs viability. So Fright for Kraken makes sense. It is a critical piece of Fluffle every single time that it's been playable. Fright for Daredevil and Fright for Reborn, as far as I'm concerned, have never been playable, and they're still $9 cards. Inzektor Gigamantis. Somehow this completely dodged the Grand Creator's Inzektor reprint wave, despite having its only printing as a UR in 2012, so it's $15 for one of in a deck only played by those who haven't refilled their copium tanks since 2013. Gigamantis is even more funny because there exists a cheaper option in Giga Weevil, which is very slightly worse in corner cases in which you're attacking with the equipped Inzektor. It literally saves you like $15 and will come up maybe once every 200,000 games. Okay, so yes, Vayu the Emblem of Honor is expensive. I can't help but feel sort of personally responsible for this one. This card's expensive because Edison is now very much enjoyed over the player population. Konami just sanctioned Time Wizard, which means that you can get OTS packs for playing Edison at tournaments at which there's enough players to fire an event. Vayu the Emblem of Honor is a critical card in a top deck that hasn't seen a reprint under Super ever, or a reprint period for a ton of years. There's a couple other cards that fit into this category as well, Sea Lord Gishnilgadon. But for what it's worth, Konami knows this and is taking measures to resolve it. I mean, they just printed Armory Arm in the Hidden Arsenal set with the Un-Errata. At the time of recording, this card has 2 secrets, an ulti, and a ghost printing, so its minimum price is $8 for a card whose value in dollars is less than the number of years that it last saw play. I think this card has never been playable. It's more bearable with the gold reprint, but this card hasn't budged since release. It's actually shocking how expensive the Weather Painter Snow specifically is. The gold rare reprint is like pennies, but for some reason the secret is still 20. Why the fuck is Egyptian God Slime $50? This card is $50? Who is paying that amount of money for Egyptian God Slime? PM me right now. Minerva is still $22? You all know this isn't the prize card, right? Toon Kingdom. The Toons are perfect for this. Every single Toon card costs like $30 for no reason. Terrible, unplayable cards released in packs full of other playable cards, which compelled people to open the set, but for some reason didn't drive down the price of crap like Toon BLS. Not even the German copies are safe from DM price gouging. The Dark Magicians. This card's good in DM, and DM's like a tier 8 deck. What is this, like $30? Millennium Eyes Restrict, one of the best instant fusion targets ever printed. Not a single soul plays it, hasn't sunk below 15 since it came out. This has seen stints of playability, but yeah, in general, this is a very overvalued card. There were a lot of cards in that set that were overvalued, though. This fucking asshole played in Sun Avalon and Generator only. How much is Mardell? I remember her being like 9 and being like, no, I can't pay that amount of money for a Mardell. I guess I should have. Wasn't this in a fucking structure? There's no way. $50 for a structure deck ultra? Oh my lord. It's one guy. It's the first direct one. If you don't buy direct, it's $8. God damn it, dude. Come on. Not expensive right now, but 4 Strix just randomly shoots up to $20 sometimes. 4 Strix is a weird card. It's always a combo piece in, like, bad Phantom Night Brews, and every time some new person thinks that they've broken it, it shoots back up. Bea Tuneful Princess. This is a rare. It's a $10 card. It's only playable in Shark, and even in that, it's just a freaking Ash Magnet. Yeah, okay, so these are good ones. Certainly a Dusted Gold and Malicious Bane are not worth the, I think, 120 and 90 that they sold for a ton of time. But they're still about 30 apiece. You play 1 apiece in a deck that has not topped in months. In a world where you can make Barone, I guess Ruddy Rose doesn't cut it. Still 25 plus on TCG Player, though. This card, I remember people were tinkering with it in early versions of Sword Soul because you could modulate the levels of your monsters by banishing the spell cards. In reality, it turns out that didn't matter at all. Stumbled across this the other day and wondered why. I bet that this is some stupid shit. Literally 1 printing ever in an Astral pack of all things. Had Emancipator Ready Fusion Extender? Oh my god, she kind of is. Don't they have better ones, though? Wait, they kind of don't. Giant Hand is $10. That's just price memory from when Giant Hand was a prize card. Whenever they make a prize card meta playable, it's just a problem. Oh, yeah. Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord is a perfect example. It's like theoretically an 8 that you can go into in like Utopia or Galaxy, but you never really do it because its protection is so weird. $49! Every single Redeyes card, like every single Toon card, is worth like $40 on pre-release until the first Redeyes player finishes reading the card, right? This is the reason why all of the Redeyes cards are so expensive, is because Redeyes players are usually about 4 to 6 years old. So it takes them a while to sound out all the words on the card, but they see the cool Redeyes first and foremost, and then they beg their parents for $40 in Fortnite V-Bucks. Every one of these cards is hot ass, and every one pre-sold for like 30. Redeyes Fang with Chain was probably the most egregious of them because it is so clearly dog shit. This is a $25 card, and it's exclusively because of your Synchron TMT. No, baby, I promise, it's anything. Yeah, when I was going to buy this deck, right around the same time I made the Synchron TMT, I had these in my cart at like 7. And I was like, 7? I'm not paying $7 for this card. Thank you, Steb. Lady Alexis, shouts out to before the reprints when you had to pay $35 a copy for this card to play the 7th best version of Earth Machine. Now, at the time, Shaddolls had just finished being meta. So, you read a card like Ancient Gear Fusion that says, using monsters from your hand or field, or if you use Ancient Gear Golem, you can use monsters from the deck, and your eyes turn into little constructs. But in real life, there is not a single good Ancient Gear Fusion. Wandering King Wildwind. It has 1 printing. On TCG Player, it's 20. On Troll and Toad, it's 40. Just to roleplay Jack Atlas, and Creation Resonator is 15. That's what you get. When you come at the king, you better not miss. Shouts out to when Leonite was $40 for no reason. Early price speculators expected this to be one of the better cards in the Emancipator lineup, and I believe it was even shorted or something. As a result, they bought out this ultra rare, only to be sitting on this worthless ass card a week later. Is Ready Fusion doing anything but contributing to spiking the price of vanilla fusions? Yeah, when was the last time you all saw Ready Fusion top? Overdrive Teleporter is a $20 card. I will say any time that Psychics are playable, people go, well, what if I summoned Overdrive Teleporter? Think how crazy that would be. They did it for, what, Virtual World. I imagine this is for Punk. It's been done every single time Psychics are even remotely necessary, and as a result, it forever sticks at $20, despite seeing 0 play. While I agree with a lot of these, I do want to close on this. Dark Magician cards should be more expensive. All right, Dire, whoopsh, get to work. Whoopsh. Whoopsh.